is Ryan Roshan. Welcome back to Master Maker Interviews. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. I really enjoyed everyone watching, and I really enjoy, kind of like reaching out to you guys and being able to interview actual guests from other streams. I really feel like this will help a lot of people. Only reason being is because everyone has any there's different ways to kind of gain your skills, and I know for different programs, so what the interviews are supposed to do, I feel, is supposed to help people build help people relate to see how our workshops will help and how it helps different streams, um whether you're in light in your whether if you're in science, you're in commerce, if you're in a software engineering, computer science, whether either or, right? I think that's what the biggest thing is. What I'm trying to get through to people is that anyone from any stream can benefit from our workshops, whether if it's just a side project that you want to do, or if it's something to help with your undergrad or your career later on. um I really encourage you guys to watch our videos and just get some insight. And if you can always reach out to our, we'll always have a guest on, so you can always reach out to that individual who I'm interviewing. And that leads me into my second point. Um, First episode was a success. If you want to check it out, we did it with Face Solutions with Christian and Aravind. They had quite a lot to say, and they were also featured in our web portfolio workshop. So I definitely do recommend checking that out, and it will be in the link below. So definitely check that out. And so now we come to today. I'd like to introduce my new guest now for this interview. She's a fellow co-pres of McMaster Beams. Um, Definitely a very good friend of mine. She's also in a similar stream. She's in chemical and bioengineering. Sorry, and yeah, I'd like to introduce you to Marina. And Marina, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are?
Hi everyone, my name is Marina. I'm in my 5th year of chemical and bioengineering, and I'm currently on my internship year.
Thank you. All right, well, that's great to hear. And so, why don't you talk about of your experience in undergrad and talk about maybe if you have any internships, jobs, projects. Why don't you dive into that?
Yeah, so after my first year, I did research in the Sheardown lab at McMaster, where we worked with back of the eye drug delivery. And then I did 8 months at Sick Kids, where I did clinical engineering, and we created multimodal systems for accelerating peripheral nerve injury. And then I did 8 months in OPG, where I did projects and modifications. And I'm currently going to spend the next 8 months doing environmental engineering and process safety.
That's great. I never myself never have done those things where I never got into be in a lab and do drug delivery. That's something I definitely would actually want to try later on. And I think that's a great experience. And I definitely think a lot of kids, especially in your degree and our younger peers, would definitely be interested in doing that as well. Um, but another thing I also want to ask you as well is McMaster Beams. How how would you say how did you get into it? How talk about McMaster Beans, what their platform is. I'd love to hear about it from you.
Yeah, so during my second year, I became the second year rep of Beams, and then I moved on to becoming VP Finance and Admin, and then I spent the last year, including this year, being the co-president of Beams. So essentially, Beams is the bioengineering at McMaster Society, and our whole purpose is to create and host social events and professional development events for students in the bioengineering community to connect them with alumni, other students, professors, and industry representatives to help them in their post-graduation and essentially allow for mentorship in the field. And I think it's a great society, and we've had a lot of events throughout the past years, including industry and graduate nights, lecture series, mentorship night, and so on.
Oh, that's great. I definitely think that's a great club to be a part of. I think that it's a great experience for anyone. Anyone wants to get involved in, connecting other people to jobs, future jobs, future alumni. That would be great. And I recommend any of our followers to definitely go check them out. McMaster Beams on Instagram, Facebook. Definitely would be great to see other people join your club. Um, Now the next thing that I'd like to dive into, and I think this is going to be my big question to you is, as a chemical and bioengineering student yourself, seeing our workshops that McMaster Maker provides, for example, our web portfolio workshop, our introduction to Git, and also even our OpenCV workshops. How would you say, as a student yourself from that stream, how would you benefit from those workshops, and how would it benefit towards your career and a lot of the work that you're doing right now?
I think that the workshops that McMaster Makers provides can definitely help students in my program or even in iBiomed in general gain skills that sort of outside of their degree to set them apart from the rest. For co-op positions and full-time positions, this could be very beneficial. Also, say for example, you're in software and iBio, this can strengthen your skills for whatever career you decide to go into and apply those skills in healthcare settings. So it's sort of like the integration between healthcare and engineering and programming, and that is a very unique and useful asset.
That's great. I think that's a very good point because I know, like, for even from my side, I think one difference between me and you is that I'm in chemical engineering, just a single one, but we don't do as much code, but I think the one code that would really help, for example, like web portfolio, I think it really would help us in terms of like getting familiar with code because for us, our main coding that we do is mostly, I think you would know, is MATLAB. MATLAB is definitely the one that we mainly use, and it kind of gets hit. We kind of get surprised with it in first year, which kind of throws us off. But being able to do these workshops, I think, really would kind of get you familiar with coding and how to solve problems in a different language, because not all every code has different like syntax, obviously, but you can apply those same like problem solutions that you kind of come up with and do in other codes and just apply it anywhere. So I feel like using our workshops, I think you can really apply it to anywhere, including MATLAB as well. So for us, I think it's a really good benefit. And I do recommend anyone in chemical bioeng and in my stream as well, chemical engineering. I think I'd see anyone should definitely try and work our workshops and join them because I think it'll be great for everybody. Um, anyways, that honestly concludes our presentation, our interview per se. I'd like to thank Marina for joining us. It definitely was a pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. We have a lot more episodes coming up. We have a lot more episodes coming every 2 weeks, I would say. And yeah, everyone have a great day.